Good morning, everyone. This is Maria back with another video. It's about 6:15 in the morning. I'm getting ready to get to work. Yeah, you know that crappy job the collective picked out for me? Yeah, that one. Anyway, I'm wasting that in there just to take some extra jabs. But anyway, so last night, or in the middle of the night, in mid-morning, or up 3 in the morning, I don't know, I did a video. It's probably not going to be uploaded till probably tomorrow because that's coming from my phone. This one's going to be going ahead of it because I'm doing this on a regular camera. But I wanted to make this video because I wanted to talk about the assumptions, how white people, a lot of white people assume things about black people or other races of color when it's not even really there. It's not there at all. Now, as I mentioned before, I had, when I left the farmer's place on good terms, kept my mouth shut and did everything right, I was accused of playing the race card when that wasn't even true. Okay, I didn't say anything. I wasn't stirring up any problems. I was socially responsible. I felt as though that could create a lot of problems, not only for myself, but just, you know, I just really didn't want to deal with all that negative attention. And guess what? I was accused of playing the race card when I was not playing the race card. So guess who was actually playing the race card? The people around me. Now, I think a lot of times white people are constantly obsessed with and fear black people doing things for the sake of advancing their race, okay? Now, I'll tell you, people like to project their own beliefs, ideas, fears, and issues onto other people. The reason why white people are constantly accusing black people of doing things to advance our race is because white people feel that way about themselves. And they also have a fear that they're going to have to one day suffer some sort of consequence for the things that they've done to other people. Because they feel as though if a person gets into a position of power, then these people are going to have to pay back what they owe. And that's not true, but that's a fear, okay, of a lot of white people. Because deep down inside, there's a part of them that know that they have it coming, okay? Now, that's not my intention, okay? When I first got into accounting or whatever, my main concern has always been to keep a roof over my head, okay? Now, I can sympathize with my other fellow black people. I understand we all go through our problems, but my goal was never to advance anybody other than to put a roof over my head. And you ask most black people who have personal aspirations, that's not their goal either, okay? Now, of course, a lot of black people, they join professional networks or whatever, but they're just trying to do and make a living based on their skills and how to survive, okay? So oftentimes people are making a political issue out of this when a lot of white people are jumping the gun, just like they did when I left Steve Murray's place, and accusing people of making this a race issue or trying to promote a black agenda. No such thing. No such thing. Now, I have never mistreated a white person at work, regardless. I have always been an informational person. I have never, now when a white person has said something ignorant or off color to me, I would educate them on the matter and correct their ignorance, you know, because a lot of white people, they say a lot of things that they don't know because a lot of things they know about other races is made up or assumed. And when I put them in their place nicely, in a very educational manner, then they can take it however they want to, okay? But I've never, ever made any political issues about my race, nor my religion, nor anything else for that matter. I simply just tried to go to work. So what you're seeing here is a panic of white fear, okay? Now, I am not trying in any way, shape, or form trying to disrespect the black community in any way, shape, or form, okay? But, you know, it's like I'm not trying to advance the black race at all. I'm trying to make a living. And by me saying I'm not trying to advance the black race, that was not my intention. You know, I'm just trying to make a living. You know, black people, I personally think that in my situation, nobody came to my defense, okay? So Maria's on her own. And I believe that I can defend myself and protect myself on my own. That doesn't mean that I don't want to have black associates, you know, but you know what? The support just was not there. So once again, you know, when it comes down to taking care of yourself in this world and you're a targeted individual, it's every man for himself, okay? Because, you know, no life matters when you're a targeted individual, okay? No life matters. Because the black people who were disrespecting me were probably doing so for their own reasons. That's not to say that I don't care, or I'm not, like I said, I don't want people putting words in my mouth, okay? But when you're targeting an individual, that's all they do. They put words in your mouth. They make up life scenarios about you that you don't even know about, and basically they want to punish you for it, much like the crap on Facebook. So all of this right here is just a projection of white guilt. It is. It's a projection of white guilt. Because when white people are accusing you, because the thing is, when little kids are little kids, for example, okay, now I formulated into, my desires were basically formulated over a few years, okay, and I started discovering what I really enjoyed, what I was comfortable doing, because it took me a while to figure that out, especially when you got an abusive family who's constantly yelling in your ear. But anyway, but you take little kids, right, and they're sitting there dreaming about their future, okay. Now one kid, a little white kid, might say, "Oh, I'm dreaming about being a lawyer," and another a black kid might be saying, "Oh, I'd like to be one too." But they're not actually sitting next to each other, okay. They're actually like thinking about this in different parts of the country or neighborhoods or whatever. But the point is that nobody originally thinks about that as a main goal, okay. They don't. Now, of course, they do have organizations, black people. We do have organizations like the National Advancement of Colored People, and those groups were actually formulated for good reason, because oftentimes, we were dealing with a lot of harsh issues, and so they wanted to unite and try to take a stand. Okay, that's done out of necessity. Okay, but as far as being accused of promoting black people over white people or whatever, some people might do that, but you know what? I remember when I was working at Organized Sports, I was interviewing for another accounting position, and I could tell that this black girl came in, and everybody assumed that I was going to hire her because she was black. Everybody did. And I kept thinking, no, I hire people based on their skills, okay? So I resent it when people, make that assumption, and I think it's really stupid. But like I said, white people are quick to do it because they know deep down inside, on some level, they got it coming. Because for all the times that they've mistreated somebody, for all the times that they've cheated somebody out of a job, for all the times that they've done less work than somebody and got what they didn't deserve, and then they see somebody who actually has the ability to get what they deserve, then it terrifies them because they think that they're going to be treated like they really should be deserved. Now, I'm talking about the evil ones, okay? Now, that's not my goal, okay? Because my goal has always been just to have a roof over my head. I could care less about mistreating anybody. There's paranoia when it comes to a lot of white people. It's just absolutely ridiculous, okay? I could care less because Maria is still going to go do her job, and she's going to come home. I will never sit there and plot and think about how I can hurt anybody or anything like that. I could care less about the white race. I really could. I could care less. I don't care about that. I care about taking care of Maria, putting a roof over Maria's head, okay, and making sure that my son has a roof over his head, and hopefully things will be good for him so he has a roof over his head in the future. None of this, all that shit is all conjured up in white people's head because they're paranoid, they're fearful, is what it is. So, today, I received an email response from somebody in Los Angeles today, and they're like, "Oh, why don't you come in for an interview?" Maria's not going anywhere. Maria's going to sit her butt right here in Bakersfield. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. Because these people, Bakersfield has laid a death trap for me. Because oftentimes targeted individuals go accept a job somewhere else, and then, knowing that they have no family, end up losing their job, and guess what? They're homeless. So Maria's not going anywhere, okay? Maria's not going to go anywhere. Maria's just going to have to do the best she can and hope that people have wised up and figure shit out, because I am not going to. Now, mind you, I have nothing here in Bakersfield either. You know what I mean? But at least right now, I have a job. I have to be careful about myself. Plus, why should I sit here and put out any extra money or have to deal with any more financial strain at all? Okay, when this town owes me fucking buku bucks. Now, I'm a humble person. I haven't asked for very much. But I'm not going to sit here and put any more stress on myself. And I have to really think that one through. I kept thinking, well, I've seen too many targeted individuals be put in a very bad situation, a very compromising situation. So, basically, to sum this up, my family assisted Esther Gooding in a white racist plot, and that's too bad. That's too bad. They were fools, okay? They were fools, okay? These people are racist, and they're not trying to, they're not fooling anybody, okay? And, you know, it's one thing to, I fully understand how some people want to marry in their own race and all that stuff. That's fine. You could do that. You could do that. In Polly's case, she's marrying her own son, you know. You know, hey, that's whatever, you know. But, you know, I have the right to work, okay? I have the right to do the kind of work I want to do, you know. I have never rubbed my accomplishments in anybody's face. And also, I also like to say that, you know, the way people are acting, you would act like I'm trying to work for, like, the Supreme Court, or I got, you know, I'm sitting here, I mean, although I do have the potential to make a lot of money. I do, you know. That is, if I ever met anybody who was worthy of it and, you know, wanted to do a joint venture. But I don't know any partners, okay? So I have to get a regular job like everybody else. So we're talking about office jobs, okay? Look how cutthroat people are about office jobs. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But I know my job, and I know it well. You know, and there's somebody here in town who's willing to take my services and work with me. Great. You know? But, you know, I will say that I have become disillusioned. I know that I've had to lose a lot because of this bullshit, because of this foolishness. And so people will say, well, what if you do work here in Bakersfield? What about Piggy? Well, I'll move to another side of town, and Piggy will probably move with his mom, and that'll be it. And they'll be living in wedded bliss, and I'll be on the other side of town and won't really have any interaction with them. There you go. There you go. It's that simple. You know what I mean? If she's fearful of me taking him back, that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? I doubt that will ever happen. I mean, there's certain, I draw the line on a lot of things, you know what I mean? And so, I had no idea that some weird shit was going on, but now that I do, it's like, that's just too weird for me, man, too weird. So, no, that's not going to happen. I'm just going to have to take care of myself, you know? So, which I've been taking care of myself anyway. He's never been the kind of person who could do anything for me. So I'm good on my own. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much how that goes, you know. And I think you guys need to stop spending so much time being paranoid, because everything that happened is the result of your guys' own doing. And when I'm saying you guys, I'm talking about the people in Bakersfield, the community, okay? Accusing me of this, doing all of this. Everything that happened to me is, none of it's my fault. Only thing I did was I moved here. That's it. I can't be responsible for anything. And that bullshit on Facebook is exactly what that shit is. You guys need to stop being so gullible and listening to everything. It's ridiculous. So anyway, I think I said pretty much all I need to say. And like I said, no offense to my black people, you know, my people. But, you know, hey, like I said, when you're a targeted individualism, every man for himself. You know, like I said, I didn't see anybody marching or protesting or assisting me. So when I'm an individualist anyway, okay? But when like I said, in a targeted individual situation, every man for himself, no life matters, okay? That is just what it is. Like, for example, most targeted individuals in the workplace who are experiencing workplace mobbing, they might be members of the same church, and that church member will turn on them, okay? They might be, their black people will turn on other black people. It's just that way. It's just, you know. So I don't necessarily buy into the whole unity thing. I just don't, okay? I am sympathetic, like I said, to my own people. I am very sympathetic. I enjoy the history of my people. I'm a black woman, okay? But do I believe that in this world I can count on anybody for support? Doubt it. Doubt it. Doubt it, doubt it, doubt it. And this situation kind of shows it. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed your Valentine's Day. If you didn't, well, you know what? There's still Valentine's Day candy for sale. I suggest you go get some. Take care. Bye-bye.